Make sure to check out my unbiased immigration story told from a detainee's point of view. Link down below. All right, episode number 20. Start the clock.
Happy summer. Thank you very much.
Yep, it's officially summer.
Did you see this yesterday? They tried to pull off a raid on Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Dodger Stadium. One thing we will not stand for in America, it is Latinos in baseball. Is that this is our 700th episode.
Yeah.
Back then, by the way, if the Arabs wanted to surprise the president with a plane, they flew it into the Pentagon. There's a war going on now between Iran and Israel, and it's interesting. It's really split the MAGA coalition. The Trump people, half of them want to bomb Iran. They always did, and half of them want to just stay out of all foreign wars.
I think it's more than half. Majority don't want to go to war.
And it is quite a plane. Pete Hegseth has already given it a name, the Enola Strait. Trump had his big military parade last Saturday, and it was kind of lame-o. And Pete was in charge. And, you know, well, you put on a military parade, at least do it right. The whole point of it is kind of scared the shit out of people that were a big... More Americans were frightened by Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show. Are you kidding? Here was his comment on Juneteenth. There are too many non-working holidays in America. Now stop honoring the end of slavery and get back to work. Trump family, proprietors of shitcoin, cryptocurrency. In addition to all that, they this week announced they are selling a gold cell phone.
Yeah.
You just can't get it because it doesn't exist. When you go to the website, they just have a drawing of a phone. They don't have a phone, they have concepts of the phone. 77 years old, and you still have the Dennis the Menace haircut.
They worked on this. They worked on it.
77?
That is unbelievable. When you're 77 and you write a memoir, this is why I don't want to do it at some point, because doesn't it feel like I'm saying my life is over?
No.
But it is.
I like what Slash said about his memoir. I'm going to write it now while I still remember. The older you get, the more fuzzy your memory gets, and you might not get it right.
You've been in a band with Stephen King for your whole life.
But not a good band.
No.
I didn't know that.
We play our genre, we call it hard listening music. And we raise money for charities, but no charity ever asks us to come back. You know?
Oh, man.
Let's be honest. Was your town all white?
Yes.
So was mine.
Yes.
And this is the East Coast. This ain't Alabama.
Yeah.
These were the liberals of the day.
Yes.
So don't get too, snooty about that.
We were the good white people.
Yeah.
Got told more than once, like, that's very funny, but you can't joke your way through life, which turns out to be inaccurate.
Very.
2 whole years obsessing about Clinton's blowjob.
Good times.
Good times. But I just feel
I miss those blowjobs.
You should have this guy on Club Random.
We will be back August 1st.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I ran for president multiple times. And it used to be considered kind of a joke, but not so much anymore. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm looking
now it's possible
good right now. I think I have a genuine shot next time around.
I mean,
thank you. Blowjobs.
Well, you're only 77. Biden proved age doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter at all.
No, he didn't.
Podcasting, maybe?
No. That's everybody's doing. I'm doing a Substack, which is the other thing that everybody's doing. Good, yeah. And this is like pretty much the highlight for me. Well, if you're asking me questions, it's okay. But if I had to think of what to say,
I mean, look at all the fucking laughs you got here today.
Damn.
Am I tripping, or does that platform move? It slides when he goes over there to the panel. It looks like that.
No screwing around. Should America bomb the nuclear facility in Iran or not?
Go. Oh, come on now, Bill.
No.
We gotta have a little more big of a debate than that, sir. Come on.
Yes
This
or
is
no?
not a
Well,
yes or no
Trump
question.
says he's spending 2 weeks. It's
Always 2 weeks. Always.
Thinking about it for 2 weeks. Yes or no?
Let me get to this.
Oh.
So no, hold on. This is he gave the Ayatollah a warning. He said, hey, look, you got 60 days to wrap this up. And if you don't, you're going to play stupid games. You're going to win stupid prizes.
Look at how well that worked with Putin.
We know what happened. We know what happened with our Baghdadi, though.
The problem now is that every leader throughout the world knows of Taco Trump. He chickens out. It's just he's bluffing. It's a tactic he uses, but he overplayed his hand way too many times. So it's not going to work.
You get this season's award for best avoidance of the answer.
And I know he's watching. Mr. President, ask your team what happens the day after. That's the question President needs to ask.
Yeah.
What happens the day after? And are we ready? And I know the answer to that is no. He seems to think the greatest threat to America is a guy with a leaf blower in Encino, not a guy with a suicide vest.
Yeah. Somebody asked online, why is it that Israel can have many nuclear bombs and Iran can't? And they said, well, there's never been a nation with nuclear capability to say that they want to annihilate another. Like Iran says that it wants to erase Israel off the map. But wouldn't that contradict the USSR and the United States, because they both wanted to take each other off the map. They just couldn't.
It's at least in the first term, he had General McMaster, he had General Kelly, he had General Mattis. He had serious national security professionals. I didn't support his agenda, but he had serious people with him. This team? Are you kidding? IKEA's got better cabinets than Trump does.
I think he's talking to like 4 people.
We are putting our lives in the hands of Pete Hegseth and deportation Barbie and Tulsi Gabbard. I'm sorry.
The Republican Party is split about this. Ted Cruz and Tucker Carlson, who usually would be agreeing on everything, had a Real Housewives fight the other day.
Yeah.
So when you combine that with a candidate that not a single Democrat voted for in that primary, it creates a disaster.
Give them that.
Another big reason why President Trump won is because the Democrat Party lost faith in the American people because they broke the process in order to get the right candidate to actually run for president.
He's right about that. TikTok is Chinese communist. I don't like it.
Oh,
he was
God.
against it. And every MAGA guy I knew was against it.
That whole TikTok thing is just Silicon Valley trying to wipe out the competition that isn't part of the Silicon Valley tree. And they really want that algorithm that TikTok uses, because it's really, really good.
I've said this, and I said this way before I had dinner at the same table. Like, he does not always have bad ideas.
Right.
But what I can always depend on that administration do is to reliably fuck up the execution.
Oh, God, yeah.
Just like they did with the parade. Like, do I think it was a good idea to have a parade? No, but if you're going to do it, if you're going to have a vaguely fascist parade, do it right.
In his first term.
That was so bad.
2 things are great the first term. Warp speed. He created the best vaccine in the world faster than anybody else.
I give him that.
For COVID. The COVID vaccine. And then he now never talks about it, and his team all renounces. He puts a guy in charge of the health department who's a vaccine skeptic, to say the least.
He doesn't talk about it because his followers are anti-vax. They even booed him for even talking about it at one of his rallies.
It was the 250th birthday of our United States Army.
Right.
As I said, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And
First of all, thank you for your service.
God, Bill.
No, I mean that.
Yeah.
I say that to everybody. Military, that's who's brave. And cops and firefighters.
Oh,
and people
yeah.
like that, but mostly the military.
running for president in 2016 and winning, and then losing, do you want to know what even bigger idea is?
Oh, you say he lost?
Coming.
No.
Oh.
As we live and breathe, those are some pretty.
This guy
big
has like
ideas.
weird eyes.
Those are the biggest ideas.
Trump pisses on our veterans and
No, he
our
does not.
military
No, he does not.
every day. Yes, he does.
And I'm asking.
Didn't he take away VA benefits or some kind of assistance?
We're going to take a month off as Larry Wednesdays, and we'll be back on August 1st. And whenever we take a month off, what we do is we give you the future headlines, because the headlines are so
here we go.
predictable these days with the way the news is. Gen Z are shocked to learn their phones make calls. Heartbroken Elon Musk stands outside White House with boombox. Oh, that's... And ICE mistakenly deports Marco Rubio.
They looked over 10 years of political murders in America, and they found 450 murders, 75% of them by the far right, 20% of them by Islamists, and only 4% from the far left. And I decry all of it on both sides.
What people have to understand is that we are all human beings first. It all has got to stop.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Vance Bolter, of course it is. He's plainly a Trumper. Oh, come on.
No, go ahead.
He voted for Trump. He was at Trump rallies. He's a super duper Christian.
Yeah.
His big issue was he hated abortion, that we were performing abortions. The fact that so many people in your party, Donald Trump Jr., Representative Derek Van Orden, I don't know who he is, but he's a jerk, I think. He must be. When I make fun of the left, I do it even better than your people. You've got to give it back to me. You've got to give that honesty back to me. I put myself...
Yeah, come on.
The Supreme Court ruled the other day about transgender. Okay, there was an issue in Tennessee. Now, the states can restrict minors from transitioning. They were just saying the states have the right to regulate this. Now, I think a lot of people, again, I'm critical when I think my side goes too far, and they go too far often, and they went too far on this for a long time.
Yeah.
To refer.
This is a sanity check. We had a Supreme Court Justice, Ketanji Brown, that was asked, can you tell me the difference between a man and a woman? And she said, I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
This is a sanity check. If you can't answer that basic question, then how can you possibly tell me about policy? Children and undeveloped human beings, and allowing them to make decisions that are going to impact the rest of their life, we must protect them.
Hell yeah.
The Tennessee legislature doesn't give a rip snore about children, or they would address the chief cause of childhood death in Tennessee, which is guns.
Why
should politicians decide what parents do?
They're two completely different issues.
Yeah, come on.
The issue is quite the reverse, because they said, we don't know. And sometimes they're just gay, and sometimes they're just confused, and sometimes they're just depressed. But once you start taking off body parts, you can't reverse it. Thank you very much. I got to go to
New rule.
All right. Someone has to tell ICE agents that we understand they have a difficult job to do, but we will defend these taco stands with guns.
Yeah. Love them.
You want to hit the car washes? Bad idea, but okay. Outside Home Depot? So stupid, but whatever. But the people working the taco stands? They're on base. Signed, everyone who walks out of a bar at 2 a.m.
Woo! Yeah. Cheers to that.
You can't call the cops if a stripper refuses to get you off in the champagne room.
What?
That is what a Mr. Sultan Al-Nofi, of course, a Florida man. There's no such thing as orgasmic meditation. In the Venn diagram of orgasms and meditation, there's no overlap. Here she is today.
What?
Ageless. I mean,
Oh, man.
dads have become such punching bags. Literally the last demographic group that TV, ads, and movies can still depict as clueless, useless dipshits.
Yeah.
Every sitcom is, tonight on ABC, Larry burns down the house. And the tagline in the commercial for every household product is basically, because your husband is a moron.
Moving in together. It's a big step. A test. A test that Jeff failed miserably.
You know, I'm not sure when this trend started, but I'm going to blame the 1987 movie 3 Men and a Baby.
Why?
3 grown men can't manage to keep a baby alive. I know, I don't have any kids. I made a different choice in life and decided to have money.
Oh, man.
Your EQ is off the charts, Nick.
Aha, Nick. I'm Nick now. What happened to Dad?
Well, I don't know, Nick. What happened to Dad?
Asshole.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Ryan Gosling says, I think women are better than men. They're better than us. And Harry Styles' T-shirt agrees. Even Barack Obama says about women that what I can say pretty indisputably is that you're better than us. Really? Because I don't remember Michelle taking out bin Laden.
But I read somewhere that Barack Obama appointed all women to find bin Laden, and it worked.
Can't we have something in between a complete cuck who dares not open his mouth for fear of mansplaining and owning a tiger? Just be real. Not a monster and not a doormat. Is that so hard? And
Yep, good point.
And women throughout history undoubtedly would have contributed more if men had taken them more seriously, like those African-American math whizzes at NASA who helped put a man on the moon.
Yeah, good movie too.
But let's not pretend, my fellow humans with a penis. When your power goes out and comes back in 20 minutes, that's because a man in a raincoat went out in the wind and the lightning and climbed a pole and fucked with live wires. I'm just saying, men were not completely useless. So if you want to...
Yeah, come on.
If you want to know what to get Dad next Father's Day, how about a little respect? All right.
Amen to that.
The month of July, I want to thank these guys, Dave Barry. I want to thank my guests, Paul Begala, Wesley Hunt. And, Club Random drops every Monday now on YouTube, or listen wherever you get your podcasts. Go watch Overtime on YouTube. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Catch you on the next one.